で部屋から出るなっていつも言ってるだろ。
After finding out that he failed the entrance exams to Shinto-Teito Tokyo University for the second time, Minato Sahashi, a typical Ronin, finds his life suddenly changed after meeting a strange girl named Musubi. In very dramatic circumstances, Minato discovers that she is a Sekirei and that he is her Ashikabi, meaning partner, master. However, after Musubi moves in with Minato, he gets into trouble with the landlord because he violated the landlord's rules about living in the apartment, and the two are evicted. He and Musubi search for a new place to live, but have no luck in finding a place to stay due to Minato's non-university student status. While Minato is utterly disheartened, Musubi encourages him, and using her Norito, sends them both soaring into the night sky. Because of Musubi's lack of foresight in knowing how to safely land, she and Minato crash down into the backyard of a house, where they encounter a young woman named Miya Asami, who runs a boarding house called Izumo Inn, and who treats them kindly. They learn that Izumo Inn is looking for new boarders and are allowed to stay after Miya hears them out. After he and Musubi finish moving into Izumo Inn, Minato takes a job at a local construction site where he meets another Ashikabi, Kaoru Seo. Drawn by visions of a young Sekirei girl named Kusano, Minato infiltrates a nearby botanical garden with Seo's help after Seo and his Sekirei Hikatri and Hibiki eliminate a MBI roadblock in front of the garden. Racing to find Kusano, Minato finds her about to be abducted by another Sekirei whose Ashikabi wants Kusano for himself. Musubi, who's been looking for Minato, arrives just in time and defeats the Sekirei. Minato brings Kusano to Izumo Inn, and she later makes Minato her Ashikabi. Minato, Musubi, and Kusano are startled by the mysterious appearances of a ghost-like figure at Izumo Inn. Unknown to him, Minato is being secretly monitored by a mysterious girl. When Musubi leaves to buy groceries, she is attacked by a satellite weapon controlled by the mysterious girl, who then ambushes Minato in the bath. Minato's younger sister Yukari meets Sekirei Shina for the first time when she rescues him from two Sekirei and takes him back to her apartment. The mysterious girl turns out to be Matsu, a Sekirei who has been hiding at the inn, and she later becomes Minato's third Sekirei. Minato has dreams of another Sekirei, later identified as Tsukiumi. Despite the fact that Tsukiumi despises Ashikabi, Matsu convinces Minato that Tsukiumi would be a valuable addition to his team, and he, with Kusano as his bodyguard, goes looking for her. Minato and Kusano encounter Seo, and Hikari and Hibiki soon arrive chased by Tsukiumi, whom they had provoked into fighting. When Tsukiumi realizes that Minato is her potential Ashikabi, she immediately attacks him. Tsukiumi attacks Minato to prove that she does not need an Ashikabi, but she cannot release her full power. Hibiki and Hikari show her the power of fully winged Sekirei using their Norito, but Minato shields her from the attack. Finally understanding Minato's feelings after he saves her from being molested by Seo, Tsukiumi becomes his newest Sekirei, although she is not pleased to find that he has other Sekirei, leading to a comical homecoming. Karasuba, a dangerous and lethal Sekirei, who is the leader of MBI's disciplinary squad, pays Musubi a visit at Izumo Inn and reaffirms a promise the two made in the past. MBI director Hiroto Minaka initiates the second phase of the Sekirei Plan and blockades Tokyo with armed personnel from MBI's security services. Mia establishes new sleeping arrangements at the inn, to the displeasure of Minato's Sekirei. Yukari and Shina, disguised by Yukari in female clothing, go shopping, but attract the attention of another Ashikabi. Sekirei 95, Kuno, and her Ashikabi Haruka Shigi attempt to escape Tokyo despite the lockdown, but are pursued by MBI soldiers and members of the disciplinary squad. While Uzume visits her Ashikabi Chiho in the hospital, Yukari resolves to help Shina search for Kusano. Matsu uncovers information about Sekirei being defeated by an unidentified assailant, leading Tsukumi and Musubi to go out to find the veiled Sekirei, unaware that it is Uzume, and find her after she has cornered Kuno and her Ashikabi. The fight between Tsukumi and the veiled Sekirei, Uzume, ends abruptly due to the interference of Sekirei 03, Kazehana, who escapes with Uzume. Musubi takes Minato to meet Kuno and Shigi, who explains that since Kuno is too weak to battle, they've decided to escape from the city, but there are too many obstacles. With Musubi's encouragement, Minato agrees to help them. That night, Kazehana and Uzume stumble into Minato's room in a drunken stupor, while he's asleep in it, causing Minato much grief with his Sekirei and landlady Mia in the morning. Kazehana finds herself being drawn to Minato. Shigi tells the others about how he and Kuno first met. Minato and Musubi take them to see Seo, who gives them information about the disciplinary squad and other dangerous Ashikabi in the city. After some telephonic prompting from Mia, courtesy of Minato, Seo agrees to help them escape the city. Later that evening, a party is held at Izumo Inn. Despite knowing that her absence would greatly weaken their chances of success, Tsukumi refuses to help Shigi and Kuno escape, believing their actions to be cowardly. The escape plan commences, and while Matsu blocks satellite surveillance, Kusano causes mayhem with her giant growing plants, and Seo and his Sekirei shut down a power plant, that is, blow it up. Minato and the others race along the planned escape route. Matsu, leaving the safety of Izumo Inn for the first time, rushes to the scene via motorcycle and saves Kusano after she becomes surrounded by MBI security service soldiers. The group makes it to the railway bridge that leads to freedom, but are confronted by Benitsubasa and Haihane, members of the disciplinary squad, with orders to prevent Kuno and Shigi from leaving Shinto Teito at all costs. Musubi battles Benitsubasa, but is brutally beaten down. As Minato watches in horror, Musubi's Sekirei crest vanishes, meaning she has been terminated. Minato is in despair at Musubi's termination, but refuses to give up, much to Benitsubasa's irritation, who proceeds to deal with him. Tsukiyomi arrives and, grief-stricken at Musubi's fate, battles Haihane. Elsewhere, Yukari and Shina are cornered by another Ashikabi and his Sekirei and decide to become winged, thus unleashing Shina's full power and repulsing the attack. But in a twist of fate, someone from Karasuba's past comes to Minato's aid in assisting Kuno and Shigi.